Hello, everybody, and welcome to Vintage Markets Inside the Charts. My name is Tamar Mer from Trade with Precision. So last week we saw Bitcoin falling below $100,000 for the first time since June. Now, this is a sell-off of more than 20% of its all-time high printed only a month ago. That renders it a bear market. So let's take a look at the technical, and this is at the monthly chart, and we can see here on the monthly that we are in an uptrend. Clear series of higher highs and higher lows. We got the moving averages 10, 20, 50, all fanning, all in the correct order for an uptrend. After printing a higher high, we are now pulling back into the buy zone, that area between the 10 and the 20 moving averages. We also have the momentum indicators. The MACD are converging to the upside. However, the RSI is diverging. Moving into the weekly, and we can see here on the weekly the push toward the 100, but we have also found support at this previous level. We can see we had a couple of levels at this area in the past, but we could also pull back a little bit more toward the 90,000 area. So let's just mark this level as well. And if we go back into the monthly, we can see this area is also still in the buy zone. So if we pull back furthermore, this time frame will still be in an uptrend. But if we take a look here on the daily, we can see that now the daily has moved into a downtrend. We also have the moving averages 10, 20, 50 fanning and in the correct order for a downtrend with convergence to the downside on the momentum indicators. Now we can also see the level that we broke in and around the 107. We can see it was quite a nice and strong level in the past, and we broke it with strong momentum. So what I'm looking to do is looking for short-term opportunities to the downside in a reaction to this level. So what I'd like to do for that is add the Fibonacci retracement from the high to the low, and we can see that we've got the 61.8% retracement clustering very nicely with this level. But because the level that we're bouncing off is quite a strong level of support and resistance, I will need to see signs that the sellers are actually returning into the market around this 107 level. So any change of direction or compressions of price on the lower time frame, and I'll be looking for a continuation of this move, keeping in mind that we could see some buyers coming back around the 104 level. Next, let's take a look at the chart of gold. Now, gold has been pulling back, and if we take a look here on the monthly chart, we can see on the monthly we had a strong push to a higher high and also an all-time high. We've got the moving averages 10, 20, 50, all fanning, all in the correct order for an uptrend and strong convergence here on the momentum indicators. What we also have, despite the pullback, is still some very strong overextension. So quite a distance between where price action sits right now and the moving averages. Now, if we'll drill down into the weekly chart, we can see that the weekly has pulled back into its averages. So once again, very nice and strong uptrend. We were overextended, but we pulled back and now we're touching the buy zone. We do have very nice convergence here as well on the momentum indicators. And what we can also see is all of this action is happening around the 4,000 around number. And if we take a look here on the daily, we can see that as higher time frame pulling back, lower time frame tend to change direction. And we can also see that we were stalling around the 4,000 area. Now on the daily chart, if we zoom in, we can see that we've printed here a higher low, and we're coming into a level that was a level on the way up. We found support here, broke through it, pulled back, tested it from below, but couldn't push any lower. So what I'm looking for a continuation of the higher time frame move is compressions of price underneath this level. So another touch with another higher low, and then I'll be looking for a break and a continuation of the higher time frame move. Lastly, a quick look at the Nasdaq. Now, if we'll take a look at the Nasdaq on the monthly chart, we can see that we have a strong uptrend here, but once again, we are overextended and we could see a further pullback in the context of the monthly toward the 22,300 area. But if we take a look here on the weekly, we can see that the weekly have already pulled back into the buy zone, and we do have convergence to flat here on the momentum indicators. Looking at the daily, and the daily has pushed through the level of 25,200, the level that we broke from to a higher high, but we have currently rejected that break. But if we'll take a look at this price action on the 4 hours, we can see that that was simply a pullback in the context of this downtrend. So what I'm looking for and paying close attention is this level of 25,200. If I see signs that the sellers are coming back, I'll be looking for a continuation of this pullback toward the 24,400 area. However, if I see compressions of price underneath this area, then I'll be looking for a break and a test of the 25,600, all based on the lower time frame. Happy trading, everyone. Bye for now.